So, what is the motive and agenda of this thing that I'm calling spirit rape? Why is this happening? In the first video on this topic, I mentioned that it's an end time sign. Most definitely. Jesus gave us the clue. He said, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in that end time season prior to his return. So all we have to do is look back to the days of Noah, and actually there's just one main outstanding overwhelming thing about it beside the flood, and that was the reason for the flood. As I pointed out in that first clip, the reason was fallen angels looked upon the daughters of men, women, liked what they saw, left their angelic estate, and had sex with these women, produced an offspring. That offspring, the spirits of that offspring, is what we call demons today, according to the book of Enoch. So it's an end time sign. Interestingly enough, I'm recalling that Paul warned the women that when they pray, they should cover their heads. And he went on to say, because of the angels. In other words, a woman's face and her hair, that's the primary thing you see in her beauty. And when she's in a religious act, seems like them fallen angels are even more interested in her, because that's what I'm seeing now. I'm seeing that the most religious spiritual women are being pulled into this. They are the ones that are the most sought after. So it's an end time sign. Now, the spirits of today cannot produce offspring. So even though it seems like it is a physical act, it really isn't. It's spiritual. Now, I've heard experiences where women have reported that some of these beings have an organ very similar to a man's organ, a man's penis. I've heard others say that these entities have a tail that they use, that there is even some kind of sperm-like quality that is compared to the substance of aloe vera. So these entities are making a statement when they're doing this kind of thing, an end time statement. In my book, The New Idolatry, I was looking for it, but I don't see it handy. Yeah, in my book, oh, here it is, The New Idolatry. I have a chapter, I call it Demonic Copulation, in this book. And I really deal with this subject, and I compare it to some things that were going on in Old Testament times. If you want to know more, you need to get this book. But there is a motive to all of this, an agenda. Church world don't know a thing about this stuff. So I had to look toward the occult. I had to see what the enemy is doing with them. And I found some literature written by some former Illuminati mind control programmers of what they call slaves and altered personalities. Seems as though the Illuminati was programming a certain group of women from childhood and programming these women in a group called Mothers of Darkness. And the agenda of the Mothers of Darkness is to be a harem, a spiritually sexual harem for the Antichrist. Seeing as I see this thing is hidden but very common, it tells me that the Antichrist may very well already be here. And having spiritual sex with religious women, that's where he gets his thing off at. You know, using somebody that thinks they belong to Jesus Christ, that seeks after Jesus, but they fell into a false conversion with Jesus, Sananda, Emmanuel. And so he is gathering up his harem and causing them, they all got to be skilled in the altered state of consciousness in order for him to be able to have sex. Now he's either here or his fallen angels are training or practicing, letting these women learn or practice how to have spirit sex. When I learn more about the agenda, I will let you know.